It can feel like a quiet betrayal when the very frame that has carried you through life begins to feel less certain. For decades, we were told one story about how to keep our bones strong. Every single day, your bones are in a constant state of negotiation, deciding whether to build up or break down. And the truth is, we've only been giving them half of the information they need to make the right choice for our strength and vitality. Hello, my dear friends. I'm Dr. Emily Hart, and I'm so happy you're here with me today. For as long as we can remember, we've been told one story about bone health, haven't we? It's a story that lives in a milk carton. We were told to drink our milk as children, to have cheese and yogurt as adults, and we listened. You have done your part, and I want to honor that. But today, I want to invite you into a new conversation. A much richer and more empowering story about building bones that can carry you confidently through every single one of your beautiful years ahead. It's a story full of unexpected heroes that might just be sitting in your pantry right now. Before we dive in, I'd love to know where you're watching from today. Tell me in the comments. I find it so inspiring to see where our wonderful community of strong women is coming together from. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing. We have so much to explore together. Now, I want you to think for a moment about how we often talk about our bones. We use words like fragile or delicate. We're told to be careful, as if our skeleton is a precious china cabinet, one wrong move away from shattering. I want to offer you a completely different and far more accurate picture. Your bones are not a china cabinet. They are a living, bustling construction site. Right now, as you sit here watching this, you have two dedicated teams of workers inside every bone. You have a demolition crew, whose job it is to clear away old, tired bone tissue. And you have a building crew working right behind them, laying down fresh, strong, flexible new bone. This constant process is called bone remodeling, and it happens throughout your entire life. The most empowering part of this whole story is that you are the foreman of this construction site. Your choices, especially the foods you eat, are the direct instructions you give to your building crew every single day. And when we give them the right materials, they can do their job beautifully at any age. So if we are the foreman of this incredible project, what are the best tools and materials we can give our building crew? Well, some of the most powerful ones aren't where you'd expect, and they might just be hiding in plain sight. Let's step away from the dairy aisle for a moment and walk through a beautiful, surprising garden of bone-building foods. I want to introduce you to three of my favorite garden guardians: prunes, figs, and fortified tofu. Now, prunes might be the most underestimated superfood for bone health on the planet. They are packed with a nutrient called vitamin K1. Think of vitamin K1 as the project manager on your bones construction site. It activates the very proteins that are responsible for taking calcium and embedding it into your bone matrix, making it strong and dense. Without that manager giving the order, the calcium can't do its job properly. And here's something that might really surprise you. Reputable scientific studies have shown that eating just 5 to 6 prunes a day can have a significant, measurable impact on preventing bone loss, and even reversing it in some cases. Not a huge, complicated dietary overhaul, just a small handful of sweet, delicious prunes. Isn't that incredible? I'd be fascinated to know. Have you ever heard about the connection between prunes and bone health before? Please let me know in the comments. Next up are figs, both fresh and dried. These are a wonderful source of magnesium. If vitamin K is the project manager, think of magnesium as the calm, wise supervisor. It helps convert vitamin D into its active form, which is essential for calcium absorption, and it ensures that calcium gets deposited in your bones, not in your arteries or soft tissues. Keeps the whole operation running smoothly. And finally, let's talk about fortified tofu. This is a true powerhouse. Not only is it fortified with easily absorbable calcium, but it also contains something called isoflavones. These are natural plant compounds that have a structure similar to our body's own estrogen. As we know, the decline in estrogen after menopause is a primary driver of bone loss. These gentle plant isoflavones can offer a small, supportive nudge in the right direction, encouraging our building crew to stay on the job. But as wonderful as these garden guardians are, there's another hero, a tiny treasure from the ocean, that offers a unique combination of bone-building nutrients that is almost impossible to find anywhere else. Now stay with me here because we're going to talk about high-quality canned sardines. I know for some people this can be a challenging food, but if the idea of sardines makes you wrinkle your nose, I want to reintroduce them to you as one of nature's most perfect designs for bone health, and I promise to share a few simple ways to enjoy them that might just change your mind. The key is to look for sardines that are canned with their bones still in. These tiny hair-like bones are completely soft and edible, and they are an incredibly rich and absorbable source of calcium. But that's only the beginning of the story. Sardines offer a perfect trifecta of nutrients. First, you get that bone-in calcium. Second, sardines are one of the very few foods that are naturally rich in vitamin D. You can think of vitamin D as the gatekeeper to your bloodstream. You can eat all the calcium in the world, but without enough vitamin D, that gate stays closed and the calcium can't get in to be used by your body. Sardines provide both the building block and the key to the gate in the very same bite. And third, they are packed with anti-inflammatory omega-3 fatty acids. This is so important. Chronic inflammation is like a constant, low-grade storm happening on your bone's construction site, making it difficult for your building crew to work effectively. The omega-3s in sardines help to calm that storm, creating a peaceful environment where your builders can do their best work. Finding a food that contains all three of these essential players, highly absorbable calcium, vitamin D, and anti-inflammatory fats, is exceptionally rare, and it makes these little fish a true treasure. So we have these incredible individual players, but how do we get them to work together as a championship team on our plate every single day? This is where the real magic happens. It's not about just eating one of these foods. It's about understanding how they support one another. It's about creating your plate's own bone-building team. Imagine this. You start your morning with some warm oatmeal, and you stir in a few chopped prunes and dried figs. The vitamin K from the prunes and the magnesium from the figs are getting your system ready for the day. For lunch, maybe you have a beautiful big salad. Instead of chicken, you top it with some crumbled, fortified tofu. The calcium and isoflavones in the tofu are going to work immediately. Perhaps you have a can of those wonderful sardines on some whole grain crackers on the side. Now, the vitamin D from the sardines is acting as that gatekeeper, helping your body absorb the calcium from the tofu you just ate. The omega-3s are calming any inflammation, and the vitamin K from the prunes you had at breakfast is now directing all that wonderful calcium right where it needs to go, into your bones. Do you see how it all works together? It's a beautiful synergy. This isn't about restriction or complicated diets. It's about addition. It's about asking, how can I invite one of these heroes to my meal today? Maybe it's mashing some sardines with a little lemon juice and herbs to spread on toast, or blending some silken tofu into a smoothie to make it creamy and protein-rich. I would love to hear your ideas in the comments. Based on what we've talked about, what's one simple way you could invite one of these heroes to a meal you already love to eat? It's about creating a plate that's not just nourishing, but joyful. And this shift in perspective is the most powerful tool of all as you write the next, most vibrant chapter of your life. I hope our conversation today has left you feeling not just informed, but genuinely hopeful and empowered. Please let go of that old, outdated idea of the fragile china cabinet. I want you to carry with you the image of your bones as a dynamic, living construction site, and to remember that you are the one in charge. You have the power every single day to give your body the tools it needs to build a strong, resilient, and vital framework that will allow you to do all the things you love, to travel, to play with your grandchildren, to walk in nature, to dance. This is not about fearing a fall. It's about building the confidence to live fully and joyfully. So here is my invitation to you. This week, just pick one thing. Maybe it's adding a few prunes to your morning routine. Maybe it's being brave and trying a can of high-quality sardines for lunch. Just one small, delicious change. That is the first step toward taking charge of your bone health with confidence and with joy. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I am so honored to be on this journey of health and discovery with you. If you found this conversation helpful, please give this video a like and consider subscribing to join our community. Your strength is your birthright, and it is never too late to reclaim it. Here's to your health, your happiness, and your beautiful, vibrant future.